I'm curious in terms of starting and running a company.
Yeah.
What are your tips for hiring someone and making sure someone is good?
Oh God. I make sure that I only hire people, one, who are incredibly smart, but two, who are uniquely qualified to do exactly what I need them to do. The biggest issue with hiring people I've found is unspoken expectations. Trying to hire people who are going to do exactly what you think you want them to do without actually telling them what to do. So I hire people who are uniquely qualified, and as long as they're intelligent, you give them enough runway to just go and build, right? I then have a four-step process in their 30, 60, 90. And I just say, like, follow this, especially like for your team or for anyone else. Step one is you have to establish credibility while you're here immediately. Why are you here? Why did you get this job? Otherwise, no one's going to want to work with you, right? Step two is you have to earn respect. You just have to earn respect in whatever way you're going to do that in your own department. Step number three is you have to gain trust. Trust and respect are not created equally, right? And step number four is you have to perform a magic trick. If you want to be successful with this company, you have to do something that everybody else around you didn't know was possible. That could be as simple as an Excel formula. Today, a lot of times it's like, oh, we have this, I found this AI tool that's going to save you half an hour a day, an hour a day. That's a magic trick. Or the ability to pick up a phone and call somebody that the rest of the team has been trying to reach out to, but you happen to know them because your daughter's this, that, or the other. Like, you do those four things, you will be wildly successful. And if you make my life easier by removing things off of my plate, game over from there.
How many people do you currently have working with you?
Staff is like 190.
Wow.
Yeah. Agents are like 1,500, I think, at this point.
How much of a mental drain is that to have so many people to think about or to manage or different touching points throughout the day?
I don't think about all of them all day long. To be honest, right? Like, I have kind of like anything else. Like, you build out your sports team. I have my executive team, and I do my absolute best to have great leadership. That's probably was my hardest learning lesson, because I was very involved with absolutely everybody, and I didn't have the right leadership in certain spots. I was like, why are there cracks over here? How come that function isn't functioning? I just don't get it. And people just need direction. They want to be inspired. They want to know why they're waking up every day. They want to be paid fairly. They want to have good culture, and they do need direction. No matter what, if someone has a job, they do want to be told what to do and then know where they're going, right? Otherwise, they'll slowly kind of phase out or quiet quit. So you got to have the right leadership and push forward. And then I let the leadership around me across all of the functions within the business, report up to me and let me know what I need to know, and do little things like, hey, Ryan, we have like a weekly meeting for leadership, and we don't just go through numbers. We go through like company wins. So that way the whole leadership team knows, like, oh, the brand new graphic designer crushed it on something because she got it done before anyone else said it was supposed to get done. And the whole leadership team just bombards them with love and awesomeness. Like, thank you so much for showing up better than you needed to. That is awesome. That sets like a really, really cool kind of talent culture. Like, oh, if I work really hard and I try, the company respects that. That's awesome. And we try to do that as much as we can.
How important is it? What difference does it make to do this in person versus virtually?
I'd say 50% of our employees are virtual. Obviously, when COVID started, it was like 80%, but it's a lot more in person today. Some of the jobs that we have just happen to have great people who just don't work in New York or in any of our markets. We have great people on our finance team in Arkansas. We have great people in customer service in California, like, those types of roles. But my executive team, I keep as close to me in New York as possible. And I'm kind of done with Zooming with higher level talent. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're not willing to be next to me, then you should just go find a company to work with in your town. When you're in person, you have become the destination. When you're not in person, everything is getting to the destination. And that makes it far less fun and far less productive, right? Because you're like, hey, let's talk only when we have something to talk about. I will FaceTime you when we have a meeting. Let's make sure we have an agenda. And it removes all of the moments in between, which is usually where the magic is. Because you're in an elevator or you're by the car and you're like, oh, dude, you know what that just reminded? And then you can have that conversation and not have to text it or, no, I'll tell you in our Zoom tomorrow at 9 a.m. right? The magic's then gone. And I think you move a lot faster when you're in person. Not for every role. Like we have engineers who are fucking all over the place, and that's fine. I actually don't want them in person because they'll be too distracted. Work. Just sit there and work. But for a lot of roles, I think people need people, and people lift up people.
And what's something about running a business that no one's taught you?
You have to have the right lawyers. In the United States specifically, I don't think I was fully prepared that lawfare is a strategy for a lot of companies. I thought like if I just do great work and I'm a good person, like we'll do great business. Didn't realize I also had to be on the defense while also being on the offense. And I think that I've learned the hard way that great legal is fucking expensive. Bad legal costs you a fortune. And I think that goes for our company too. Like what we do, providing service. We'll tell clients all the time, like, hey, can you lower your fee? Like, absolutely. Let me introduce you to someone who's willing to do that. Like, well, what do you mean? Don't you want the business? But yeah, but great service is expensive. If you want discount service, it'll cost you a fortune because you will sell for less or not sell at all. And then you're going to call me back and I'm going to have to lower the price because your listing will be stale and da, 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 da. Like, I had not the best legal at the beginning. And then we started expanding and people don't know what to do when they have competition. So they sue here. And because you have to defend yourself, no matter what, whether you have insurance or not, you just come out of pocket, which is fine. Like we do it, but I think you need to have an offensive and defensive strategy if you really want to go out there and build something big.
So for a defensive strategy, what do you recommend specifically?
To have great legal and great insurance and be fully prepared for worst case scenario. Copyright infringement. The stupidest shit. Especially, dude, there are vulture companies out there. They're like, hey, our client actually has a patent on blue. $50,000. Or we're going to take you to court. And it's not real, but they are incentivized to take you to court. And it'll be 3 years of legal, this, that, the other. And so you have to negotiate. You have to negotiate down to $6,000 or something stupid. That's still $6,000, right? If someone wants to. So great legal, great insurance, and not being penny wise and pound foolish. Instead of hiring the cheap person, hiring 10 of them because they're cheap, hire 1 or 2 people that are incredibly expensive and incredibly smart, and they will get you so much further. It is the classic quality versus quantity conversation. And when you're brand new and you're an entrepreneur, you're starting your own business, a lot of these things just feel like, no, I don't need it, or it's too expensive, or this will never happen to me. If you build and you win, it will all happen to you. It is just what happens to successful people and successful businesses.
It was crazy. We were talking to someone about this about a year ago who said that they just bake that into the cost of doing business.
It is.
And they just know they take 5% of what they make and they're like, that's what I spent on my legal, whether that be lawyers or lawsuits, because it just happens.
Yeah. Yep. It just happens. Except for me, people who sue me, and we've won all of them thus far, it is my moral code that I will shame you across the internet when we win. And make it really, really difficult on your kids and on your families for what you've done to me mentally. And I look forward to those moments.
I agree with that because there's no recourse for filing a bad lawsuit.
Like of course.
That's what I never understood.
So in the UK and other parts of Europe, it is, right? If you do that, you have to pay it.
Reminds me, similar, not to that extent though, but a buddy got sued for having someone else on his channel who spoke negatively about another person.
Sure.
He sued for defamation. He spent 3 years and $350,000, which to him, every dollar he had to his name fighting this lawsuit. Won the lawsuit.
Yeah,
but he's
course.
out $350,000. So he goes and files a counterclaim to get the money back. He wins that. So he spends another $50,000, wins it. So he's in about $400,000. Can't collect on it now.
Yeah.
Because the guy's saying, I don't have any money.
Yeah, of course.
So he's out $400,000
Yeah.
just to defend himself, which doesn't make any sense to me.
That doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't go after people that don't have the money.
Oh, the guy has the money.
Yeah.
The guy has a very wealthy guy, but it's structured in such a way where he doesn't have the money.
Sure.
I'm broke.
Yeah.
I don't got anything. It's not my name.
Yeah. Usually you can go after entities that way. I mean, the courts are pretty smart now. It's much, much harder to hide assets in different entities. Like they all route up to a base entity that way. But yeah, I would say as advice, like be protected on legal, be protected on insurance, know what you're getting into, and be prepared to go to battle. Like that's just, again, it's a part of doing business today.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you've ever been denied a car loan, credit card, or even an apartment because of what's on your credit report, you are not alone. Most people don't even know what's hurting their credit score, let alone how to fix it. That is exactly where our sponsor DisputeBeast comes in. It's an AI-powered platform that helps you find and remove outdated or inaccurate items from your credit report fast.
We're talking things like late payments, old accounts and collections, or even accounts that don't belong to you. Not to mention, how it works is super easy. You connect your credit report and DisputeBeast scans it for negative marks that could be dragging down your score. Then it generates custom dispute letters tailored for your situation, no templates and no guesswork.
You could choose to just download the data and send it to the agencies yourself, or you can use their built-in mail service where they will literally handle everything for you.
It's honestly just really clean and simple to use, and it's built by experts.
So if you're ready to take back control of your credit, go to disputebeast.com/ICH today. There's also a link down below in the description, disputebeast.com/ICH. Guys, they will literally handle everything for you. If you're dissatisfied with your credit, they will do all of the research, let you know what's going wrong, and they will fight for you. disputebeast.com/ICH. Thank you so much to DisputeBeast for sponsoring this clip.